Hi there, it's Strutter, and today's January the 17th, 2013. The title of this video is Evidence: Either the US Mint is corrupt or there's a silver shortage. Since I don't like it when people say that they have proof and then only give circumstantial support for whatever they're claiming, I'm not going to use the word proof, I'm going to use the word evidence, and I'm going to talk you through my logic and provide links. I'll back up the title Beyond a Reasonable Doubt, which in my opinion is much more than the US Mint deserves anyhow. The Treasurer of the USA and the US Mint are required to produce enough Silver Eagle coins to meet public demand. It currently isn't, and hasn't been doing so for almost a year, and most of the past 5 years. On Monday, after over 1/10 of a year without selling any Silver Eagles to the public, sales to their major distributors were finally reopened and 3.5 million Eagles sold in essentially one day. They then announced they were out and that they would be out for quite some time. Maybe next week or the week after they would have a small number of coins available. This is both illegal and unacceptable. The question is why? And of all the possible reasons, I can split them into two categories: illegitimate reasons and legitimate reasons. One of the illegitimate reasons is that the US Mint and the US government is incompetent. Some, for example, might claim that the US Mint and government didn't know that there would be high demand for silver bullion. I call bullshit on that, and if you're in that category, please unsubscribe and go back to watching American Idol. Another illegitimate reason why the US Mint is not meeting public demand for Silver Eagle bullion is that they are corrupt. Essentially, that they don't want to meet public demand, but could. This, of course, would be highly illegal, but I've documented several instances of corruption in the US Mint, even myself, in the past year. Are they currently claiming incompetence or corruption? Of course not. They're claiming a legitimate reason, i.e., they're claiming that there is a shortage of silver to make the blanks that are required for making Silver Eagle bullion coins. Both the US Mint and other mints that produce the blanks, like Sunshine Mint, have hinted recently that that is the reason. Of course, they've stopped short of actually saying there's a silver shortage, because can you imagine what that would do? In summary, the US Mint is required to produce enough Silver Eagle bullion coins for the public. They aren't doing so. Some would say this is because they are incompetent. I call bullshit. They do have a long history of being corrupt, so that is one possibility, but the Mint currently is saying the reason is that there is a silver shortage. Therefore, either the US Mint is corrupt, or there is a silver shortage. Plan accordingly.